Okay, today I'm going to talk about Git, and I'll start with what is Git. So, the Git is a platform that is being used to manage our software projects in an online manner. So, this is simply it is. So, then I'll try to explain the underlying architecture of Git, what is behind that. So, um, I'll just I can just divide that into two different parts. The main two different parts. Um, I'll take one as the local side and the other one as the remote side. So I'll divide these two basically. So um, the first step should be the remote is just it's a cloud it's a cloud service, right? It's a cloud service. I'll just explain it later. So it's being managed by officially Microsoft right now. The GitHub is just managed by Microsoft. So Git is this is a separate thing. So Git is a global mechanism of managing code base. It's a version control system. So it's a global version control system. So GitHub is a product which is being now maintained by Microsoft. So we generally use GitHub for storing code base, in the general world. So I'm just going to talk about GitHub right now. There are so many of kind of products, GitLab, blah blah blah. There are several things. So but at the moment, I've just for this instance, I'm just gonna talk about GitHub especially. So this is being managed by Microsoft at the moment. So this is about the history of it, history and the idea of it. Okay, so uh, the first action should be that we need to have a repo. That means a repository. So I'll just go with the practical sample with this. So I'll just go with the practical thing right now. Okay, so this is my personal account. This is not my office PC. This is my personal PC. So I have just logged into my personal GitHub account here. So in here, when you go to your repositories section, you can see your repository what you have created recently, and in there you get a button like say new, so you can click on it to create a new repository. So let's put a name for it. I just took some example to go with you guys. I'm just gonna create a simple student manager or something. So I just took it as a random sample. So I'll just put the same here. I'll just put it like student manager or something. All right, I'm not gonna put anything here in the description at all, and I'll just make this as a public one. It's not a financial. I don't have any financial purposes, so okay. I don't have any licenses. Okay, you can just create your repository here by clicking this button here. Okay, so a public Git repository is being created with my account. My personal one is Joseph Dev. So this is my GitHub account, and this is my repository here. All right, so now creating a repository is now done. It's now completed. Okay, so let's take a look about it. I think this information is much useful in late action, so I'll just keep it saved here. I can just keep it here in my own doc. Okay, I'll just explain those later when I'm doing the practical thing. Okay, all right, so I'll just go through the repository a bit. I'll just click on it, and this is the initial index page. If I get a code, I don't have any code here, that's why it's showing this index page. All right, okay, so all right, so okay, I'll go with the next part then here. Okay, so now just we need to have a project to be managed in the Git. So there, just I have created a sample Angular project. This is a sample Angular project. It's only an Angular project. I just created it. Still, we don't have any Git configurations or anything here. It's just a local project. It's a completely local project at the moment. So I'm going to put this store manager system into Git and to continue with the practical. Yeah. So then what we had to have in the local side is and we just need to have a project, right? Okay, so we need to have a project, and we are also done with that as well. So then in the local side, what we had to do is we have to initialize the Git configurations and the Git stuff in the local project. So we have to initialize the Git locally. Okay, so we had to do this. Right, I'll just open a terminal for that. Right, so this is where that we need the instructions being provided by the index page of the Git repo, what we have created here. And all right, so at the moment my project is fresh. We don't have any Git configured here previously, so that's because of that. I just use this as a new repository. It's just a new repository, not the existing one. It's just a new one, so I'm going to initialize it from the beginning. Okay, so I'm not going to follow up this step here. I just use git init. So I'm gonna we have to be in the repository, the directory where we need to initialize the Git. So I'm already in it. I'm in the project folder here. So I'm gonna tell okay Git just initialize the local repository here. I just press enter. Okay. All right. So this Git is a command or an application that we need to install in our local site. So we need to have Git client installed to work with the Git local things. We should have to have a Git client for that. So if you are using a Windows PC, you can just install the Git client by downloading it through the official site. You can just download it from searching over Google or somewhere. It's just a simple thing. So you have to then log into it. It's a separate part. I'm not gonna explain the whole steps here. I'll just skip that part and continue with my the practical thing. Okay, so it seems that it just reinitialized the existing Git repository in Store Magic Git. I'm not sure why it have any Git because I just initialized this project. Maybe the ng command has initially initialized a Git repository or something. I don't know. Just out of my knowledge here. Okay, so whatever. So I'll go for the next step. So I'm gonna add the readme file. This is not mandatory, but I'll just add because it's been provided in the official guidelines. So I'll just add, and then I'll just need to do the first commit for this Git repository. All right. So this is special thing. All right. So I'm gonna tell you something in here in this space. Okay, commit. What is a commit? In the local side, when you do some changes to your project, right? So if you done any changes, I'll just open a sample file here. Like I'll just open the app and the I'll go for app HTML. So it's just starting from the main tag. All right. So no worries. Okay. So once you just do any change, I'm gonna add some maybe h1 simple h1 tag here and say that it's a sample header or something, right? So you can see there's a green colored the a green colored mark is being added here. It's being shown here. So first of all, I need to tell something. This is, I'm using a JetBrains ID for that, ID for my development stuff. So even with Visual Studio, you will get such symbols when you do any changes with Git project, Git manage project. So these are called staging changes. So I'll just talk with you guys what about the staging changes release. All right. So staging changes are just, they are uncommitted changes that I call them soft changes, are still not being committed yet. Still, they are the changes in our working version. I mean, we are working on something to enhance or increase the version of existing project. So these changes are the changes what we are doing in our task, right? So simply the green color is means that we have added something. If you modify something, it will be annotated from the blue color, and if you delete something, it will be just annotated from a it's because it never deleted because it was modified, it seems. I'll just try to show you. Okay, if you delete something, you'll just get those changes as a ash color dot. We have deleted something. Okay, so these are called, I was need to tell you, these are staging changes. That means uncommitted changes. So a commit means when you do any changes, that means once you do any code changes to your repository or a file to a file in the repository, those will be called those will be put into staging changes. Those will be kernel in staging changes, those are called. So once you commit them, these staging changes will be compiled into a commit. So this is what we call as commit. But if you commit the changes, so it will be kind of like a logical group of changes what you have done, we can say, right? So once you commit this, it haven't been reflected or pushed or gone to your remote repo. Still is not being sent. It's just a local thing. Commit is kind of like a local thing. I mean, the commit action, not the noun or the thing, just the commit action. The committing won't affect your remote repository, you know. So this is only affecting in the local side. It won't go to the remote yet. So in my project, I'll just remove this. In my project, I'm just gonna initialize this project. So I'll just initialize the first commit for this. So I'll press enter for that. Okay, it says that in on branch master, nothing to commit. Working tree is clean because I don't have any changes to commit to. This is because I think I already have a Git repository initialized here. It's already in here. I don't have anything to commit, so I'll just skip that part, right? Okay, so this command git branch main, I'll just sorry, not that. Okay, so that command means we're gonna create a new branch called main, right? So we'll do it. So a new branch called main. So you can see we automatically checked into this branch, the main branch. All right, so by this step we're gonna add, okay, this is the part where we create the connection. I'll just I'll show it right now. And this command will just connect our local Git repository into our remote repository. So this is the place where we do the where we create the connection between the local and the remote, right? So it says, so git please add this as my remote branch, right? Add this as my remote repository. So this is the URL for where our cloud created Git repository is existed. So I'm just gonna write this command to make the connectivity between the local and the remote. So I'll just execute that one as well. That I'll set it. Okay, no any errors, still good. Okay, now this step will push, I mean still okay, this command is still not done anything with the remote place, the cloud place, but it's just adding the URL to be connected to the remote repository. It says, okay, local git, please add this URL as our remote origin. And now with the final step, git push the origin main, I mean it's just gonna push our changes, the main branch that we have created locally. It's not created in the remote repo. We're just gonna push that the local main branch to the branch, the origin branch of the remote. So we remote we have already added in the previous step. Okay, I'm going to do this right now. Okay, now you can see some commands are running, and some the logs were here. It says that it's successful. All the files were gone 100%, and the new branch was created in the remote, and the main branch is set up to track the origin main branch. I mean the local created main branch will be tracking the origin main branch in the remote repo. So that's what it says, and everything is good right now. So now we have changes pushed to that repo. So I'm going to refresh it. Okay, now you can see we have our code pushed to the remote repository here. So now we have the reflection between the local and the remote here. Okay, so okay, so this is the first ever part that we need to when we need to initialize a Git repository with our locally created project, right? So this is the part. So the first phase of what we had to do with initializing with the Git. Okay, and all right, and then I think I have almost covered the first 2 points of it. So now I think you know what is Git and the underlying architecture behind of it. And okay, so now in the second session I'm just gonna show you how these day-to-day Git features that we use. I'm gonna do practical tests, practical activities for each of them, and I'll show you how to resolve many problems that we have with Git features in the next session. All right, thanks.